Hi, this is Ayesha Hilton, and today I wanted to chat to you about something that changed my life. And if you've known me for a while, you may have seen me try a number of things, and I've failed at lots of things, and I've learned lots of things. And for years, I kept wondering, why was I not able to truly commit to one thing and niche my business like all the experts suggest? Like, I'm proud that I could start doing things quickly and give things a go, and I'm not held back by the fear of failing, that's for sure. But there was a part of me that was saying, you need to niche, you need to niche. You won't be successful if you don't niche. I mean, I'm already successful, but I couldn't, raise my success. And I was really feeling this pressure to choose one thing, and I just couldn't. And if you know me, you've seen evidence of that. And a couple of months ago, I was having a pot of tea with my friend Lou, and we were talking about the idea that we need to focus on one thing to be successful. And Lou's a bit similar to me. She's very much interested in a lot of things and has various skills. So she suggested I take the Spark test that Jonathon Field of the Good Life Project has created. So when Lou left, I straight away hopped online and did the Sparketype assessment. And I can tell you, it changed my life. I can't promise that it will do this for everyone, but for me in particular, it really, really impacted me. And I know that that's a big claim, but it really gave me permission to own rather than smother what energized me and makes me come alive and what doesn't. So what are Sparketypes? I'm just going to read this to you because I've taken this from the website. Sparketypes, the essential nature of work that fills you with meaning and lets you feel fully expressed, alive with purpose and absorbed in flow, i.e. sparked. Your Sparketype serves as one of the many single biggest clues in your quest to figure out what to do with what the poet Mary Oliver called your one wild and precious life. So through his years of research, Jonathon Fields identified 10 main categories that define what sparks a person. He created an assessment tool to help people determine their Sparketype. A person could then use this Sparketype to help them either change what they're doing in their current job so that they get more spark, or perhaps change their career or their job altogether so that they're more in alignment with their Sparketype. So there are 10 known Sparketypes: the maker, the scientist, the maven, the essentialist, the performer, the warrior, the sage, the advocate, the advisor, and the nurturer. So Jonathon's investigated this for years, and he's organised the Sparketypes on a continuum from left to right. And we start with the maker on the very left, and we've got the nurturer on the very right. And as you can see, that a lot of people will have judgment about the nurturer being better than the maker or vice versa, but it's not really about what's better. It's like anything, each thing is important, but it's different for everyone. So where was I? I got a bit lost then. Ever since I was a very young child, I was always studying things. I loved school. I loved going to courses. My ex-husband was always shocked at how many courses I could go to. And I've trained in a lot of things on the right side, the nurturing side of the continuum. So I am qualified as an EFT practitioner. I tried to start a practice probably about 10 years ago now, and I just wasn't able to get traction in that. I didn't particularly enjoy it, but I loved learning about the EFT practice, and I still use it today. Then I trained as a birth doula, and I tried to have that as a business. Then I recently trained as a death doula and end-of-life consultant, and I registered a business name and a domain name. And then I realised I'm not the right person to be around death because I get too sad. So here I am studying all these beautiful things, all these nurturing, helpful things, but feeling unable to work in that area. So when I did the Sparketype test, I found out that my primary Sparketype was the maven, which is the learner, which now totally makes sense to me. It was a light bulb moment because, of course, I knew that I loved learning and was probably a little bit more obsessed than most about learning new stuff. But once I knew that I was a maven in the Sparketypes, I was able to give myself permission to be my true maven nature, so to speak. And so now I'm able to progress my business yet again, and I've had this business for 14 years. I've worked for myself. And I'm able to see how things have unfolded over time and why I'm always learning things and trying things. And also why I'm not really impacted when things fail. Like now and then it's a bit upsetting, but I give things a good go. And my secondary type, which Jonathon refers to as the shadow type, which isn't as dark or bad as it seems, it's more just a secondary one where you often actually find yourself working in that Sparketype. So for me, my secondary type is the maker, which makes total sense to me. And if you know me, it probably will to you as well, because I'm always creating things, whether it be social media graphics for clients, or I write books, but I also really enjoy doing the design in InDesign of the internal layout. So it really made a lot of sense to me. And I've been telling people about the Sparketypes since I found out about them. And in my friendship circle, I've encouraged, not bullied, but encouraged a lot of people to do the assessment, because I think that if it can give them the clarity it gave me, what a gift. So that's why I'm sharing this with you today. And of course, with any personality test, and I've done quite a few and you may have too, you'll probably identify with more than one Sparketype, but one or two will be more dominant. And when you know very clearly that your Sparketype is what it is, you can then look at the work you're doing and say, okay, how can I make this more sparkful? Or do I need to reassess what I'm doing and redirect my career? So if you're curious about your Sparketype, you can do the online assessment. It's created by Jonathon Fields of the Good Life Project. So if you go to thegoodlifeproject.com/SparkeTest, so SPARKETEST, or if you just go to the Good Life Project, I'm sure it's there on the homepage. So it doesn't cost anything. There's no affiliate links. There is an upgrade to buy an in-depth report, which I, of course, bought, but you don't really need it. But if you do want to dig deeper, you can. And the Sparketype has really changed how I see myself and the work that I'm bringing into the world. And I really hope that if you do the assessment, that it helps you as well. And I'd love to know what your primary and your shadow Sparketypes are and how that fits with you and whether it's made a difference. So please feel free to let me know. Thank you and have a great day.